Published, 22:12 Eastern Standard Time, the 28th of December 2017. Updated, 9:33 Eastern Standard Time, the 29th of December 2017. The drug addict who died in a triple fatal car accident, which left a home and away actress fighting for her life in hospital, has been described as the best father and hero by his devastated family. Craig Anthony Whittle, 50, who died in the horrific Boxing Day crash along with Lars Falkholt, 69, and his wife Vivian, 60, had been jailed for driving while disqualified and was driving on P plates, according to the Daily Telegraph. The smash on Princes Highway near Seuss Inlet in New South Wales left promising actress Jessica Falkholt, 28, and her sister Annabelle, 21, in hospital fighting for their lives. Mr. Whittle was a known drug user and had been jailed for driving offenses. He was an awesome father, the best. I couldn't ask for anything more of him, his son Shane told 7 News. He did what he could, and that's all you can ask of anyone. He was my hero in my eyes, he was my idol, he was an awesome father, the best. I couldn't ask for anything more of him, Mr. Whittle's son told 7 News. Craig Anthony Whittle was a known drug user and had been jailed for driving offenses. Former home and away actress Jessica Falkholt is fighting for her life in hospital after the crash which killed both her parents. The Sydney Morning Herald reported Mr. Whittle was driving home from a methadone clinic when the tragic incident occurred. Mr. Whittle's son took to Facebook to pay an emotional tribute to his father. Another family member described their reaction to the fatal crash as very hurtful, and said Mr. Whittle liked his privacy. It's very hurtful for me to think they're talking about Craig like that. He was very private and didn't like people talking about him, the woman said. He's got grandkids that are listening to it. The Sydney Morning Herald reported Mr. Whittle was driving home from a methadone clinic when the tragic incident occurred. Witness told police they saw Mr. Whittle's white Toyota Prado cross the center line twice before it crashed into the Falkholt's Mazda in a head-on collision. Mr. Whittle had been charged with more than 60 offenses by police before his death. Another family member described the reaction to the fatal crash as very hurtful, and said Mr. Whittle liked his privacy. He did what he could, and that's all you can ask of anyone. He was my hero in my eyes, he was my idol, sources told the Daily Telegraph. Mr. Whittle was well known to police in Ulladulla and had a criminal history of more than 60 offenses. Jessica Falkholt had appeared in Home and Away and was beginning a promising film career before the crash. The coronial investigation into the crash will focus on whether Mr. Whittle was under the influence of drugs during the crash. His son Shane took to Facebook to pay an emotional tribute to his father. I love you with all my heart, Dad, and will forever miss you, Shane wrote. You were my hero, I don't give AF ***K. What anyone says, you showed me a lot in my life, more than you'll ever know. It's such a tragedy to lose you. I love you, Dad. Rip. The Post read. Mr. Whittle was driving home to Ulladulla from an hour methadone clinic on Boxing Day. Methadone is prescribed to heroin addicts as they attempt to wean themselves off the drug. It isn't illegal for a driver to have methadone in their system, but they can be charged if it is proven any substance impaired their ability to control a vehicle safely. A witness to the crash pulled Jessica, pictured, and her sister Annabelle from the horror smash. Mr. Whittle's family also released a statement saying that their hearts were broken after his death, not only for our loss but also for the loss the Falkholt family are feeling. Craig Anthony Whittle went by aliases including Craig Andrew Whittle and Jamie Robert Wilson. He was jailed for 6 months after pleading guilty to driving while disqualified in 2011.